Welcome to another edition of The Word on Woodward. I'm Daniella Bruce alongside Art Regner, and joining us today, Tigers pitcher Alex Lange. Alex, thank you so much for taking the time to join us. We're really getting amped up for baseball here in Detroit. It's just a couple of days away now.
Yeah, it's right around the corner. Thanks for having me on. I'm super excited.
All right, so let's get right into this. I want to talk about your last season and the improvements that we saw throughout the season. In your last 17 appearances last year, you had a 1.45 ERA and about a strikeout per inning, which is fantastic. What do you feel like you improved on, and were you able to improve on that even more during the offseason?
I think it comes down to fastball command and getting ahead of hitters, going after guys, and establishing strikes early in the count versus kind of nitpicking corners and falling behind early and then getting in hitters counts. So try to stay away from those and just stay in advantageous counts for me. I think that was the biggest takeaway that I kind of learned from my first stint up, and kind of to where the back half of the season kind of went.
Alex, I don't know if comfort level is anything a professional athlete has. I think it's more maybe a confidence level. Coming into this year, after appearing in 36 games for the Tigers, having a good ERA, having a good strikeout ratio, are you more confident this season than maybe last year about maybe your abilities and that, yeah, hey, I'm a major league pitcher?
I feel like I've always been really confident in my abilities. I just had to go out there and execute. It just comes down to execution. So the comfortability level of being there and understanding, the ins and outs of what it takes to be a big leaguer, and just kind of the way the game goes and the pace of the game, is a little different. So just getting comfortable with that. I'm super excited for this year. It was a good learning curve last year. I'm thankful for the struggles that I had. I was able to learn a lot and make the adjustments accordingly, and kind of take it into the off season and prepare for this year.
All right, now I don't know how much you pay attention to this or if you even know that this article was written, but MLB.com has you listed as one of 5 breakout pitchers to watch in 2022. Give me your reaction to that.
No, it's pretty cool. Like I said, I'm super excited for this year. This team has put in a lot of work. We got a lot of new guys here, and you look around the locker room, and it's just fun to be around this group of guys. So, however I can help this team this year, I'm looking forward to the opportunity. Whenever AJ and Fett and Juan give me the ball, I'm going to take that opportunity and run with it, and just do everything I can to help this team.
Kind of curious, you were targeted as a starter. Everyone thought you were going to be a starter here. Has it been a difficult transition into the bullpen, or even though the Tigers seem to have quite a few starting pitchers, that you hope someday maybe to get on the bump and be a starter?
I've really embraced the reliever mindset and role. I think it fits my personality. I like to put the cleats on every day, knowing that I have a chance to pitch that day. It's a pretty cool, different, switch up from starting, and I've just really enjoyed it. The preparations, the day-to-day, and, the ability to be in the game every day, I really like that. I like to be able to impact the game as much as possible. So you kind of come into the park every day with the opportunity to pitch is kind of cool. As a starter, you kind of have your day, and the other 4 days, you come to the ballpark and you're working and you're doing this and you're doing that. But there's something about pitching late in the game. It's a lot of fun, and I love it, and I'm happy with where I'm at. And I'm just going to continue to embrace this role and continue to work. And I've just been having a lot of fun with it.
Are you kind of a risk taker? Do you live in the moment? Is that what a relief pitcher is? Because you just don't know what's going to come your way. As a starter, like you said, all the boxes are checked for 5 days. You know exactly probably what you're going to be doing.
Yeah, the hectic lifestyle is kind of fun. The unknown it can scare some people, but as relievers, we embrace that. We like the unknown. We like the challenge. We like the 50,000 people trying to, if you're on the road hoping you fail, or the 50,000 at home, hoping you succeed. I kind of like the edge that it brings in the moments and stuff. It's pretty cool. It's a lot of fun to be out there and embracing that moment, and just going out there and having fun and just leaving it all out there. And it's hard to explain. It's a moment you just have to be in that moment and just be ready to go.
how much does it change like your mental preparation? You know what I mean? So you're preparing as a starting pitcher for so long and then you're transitioning to a reliever. Was that a tough transition? Just kind of the preparation that goes in to having to be ready at any moment in any game.
It's just different. I don't think it's more challenging one way or the other. I think for me, starting was more mentally challenging in the aspect of 4 out of the 5 days that you're at the ballpark, you're not playing. So when coming out of the pen, you're prepping every day like you're going in the game, and that's the way I look at it. And I'm ready to go every day, as many appearances as I can give this team. So I would say starting mentally is a little harder, but like physically and stuff, like you're still getting the same work in, you're still putting the work and the time and everything in. So it's just kind of hanging out, ready to go when your name's called is kind of fun. That anticipation's awesome.
Alex, I know we asked you about this last year when you were on the show with us, and I don't know. I have maybe a weird obsession with Chris Fetter. I've called him a hologram. I've called him Rain Man. I've told him I call him a hologram and Rain Man, and he likes it. So what I'm kind of curious about, what is it like to have a guy who's not much older than the people he's working with, the pitching core that he's working with? How has your relationship developed with Chris Fetter? Because it really seems that you guys love him and embrace him.
Yeah, Chris is a super smart guy. You don't really look at age and coaching staffs as much as you used to. You used back in the day, it used to be this big age gap with guys with a ton of years in the game or whatever. I mean, Chris is a brilliant baseball mind, and it's been an absolute pleasure to learn from him. And I'm super excited to continue to learn the ins and outs of this game from both him and Juan moving forward. He just brings a different element to the game, and he relates to everybody, and it's pretty cool to be able to learn under a guy like that. And he's helped me tremendously, and I just continue to look forward to working with him and to seeing what we can get done and accomplish this year.
Alex, I read an article about you where you have the ability, or your curveball looks like your slider, and that you're able to keep hitters off guard. I'm curious, at the major league level, are you able to disguise pitches, and how much of an advantage is that for you? Or pretty much once you get up to the big leagues, a hitter knows what you're throwing, and you just have to, it's more location than it is trying to I don't know, confuse him.
Yeah, I think it just comes down to execution, honestly. If you go out there and execute your game plan, it's going to work out over the course of the season. You might have bad outings here and there, but if you're consistent with it and you continue to stick with who you are and trust in your abilities and everything, and just go out there and just execute. Once the ball leaves your hand, there's nothing you can do about it. So, just after the ball leaves your hand, react to the play, and then it's the next pitch. Whether it's a strikeout, a double, doesn't matter. It's next pitch. So as soon as you're done with that one, you turn and look to the next one. So, just kind of set guys up in certain situations and just go out there and execute.
You mentioned that the Tigers are back in the position to make a playoff push, and I think fans have that expectation heading into this season. What was the mood like in that regard at spring training, and what was the message from AJ Hinch and the coaching staff?
I think AJ's message is we just got to win the game today. He talks about just take care of business today, and when you look up in September, you'll be where you want to be. I think guys are looking around the locker room, and they're understanding and kind of seeing like what we have working here. And for me, I like where we're at. I like this team. I think we're deep. I think we have talent at every position, and we're going to be dangerous this year. And it's going to be super fun to go out there and compete with these guys. And and we'll see where we end up. We just got to take care of one game at a time and just go out there and show what we can do.
Are you guys kind of caught up in it a little bit too, knowing, well, wow, we have a great fan base, and they really do expect us to perform well this year?
Yeah, I mean, Tiger fans are they're some of the best in baseball, if not the best. Personally, I think they're the best when that place is rocking. I mean, it's unbelievable, and that's who we represent. That's who we play for, and we want to give them the show that they want. We want to go out there and show well for them. So we're ready. We're excited. We're chomping at the bit to go out there and go play in front of a packed Comerica, and we can't wait to get started. So we're just super excited for that opportunity.
Thank you, Alex. We really appreciate you taking the time. And of course, a big thank you to all of you for tuning in to another edition of The Word on Woodward. We'll see you next time.